I paid off my grandfather's $1.5 million loan, and I decided it was time to move on to bigger pastures. So I went and got me a $1 million loan, and I have 2 years to pay it back in the great state of Missouri. Find out what happens in today's video. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the last episode of the farewell series, and this is going to be the last time, honestly, that we're having to record this series. Got everything ready to rock and roll today. As you can see here, all of our fields are currently ready to harvest, so we've got a lot of harvesting in front of us today, and the CR11 is ready to rock and roll. Got her cleaned up, making her nice and pretty. On top of the CR11 ready to go, we also went ahead and pulled the gleaner out because there's a lot of work that needs to be done today. And I'm super excited / nervous to figure out what's all gonna happen here because it's the last episode. So first thing we gotta do today is we gotta hook up or it should already be hooked up. Let's see, our grain cart in here should be hooked up already. Oh yeah, it's ready to rock and roll. An old 1050 with a good old Case IH quadrite. You just never can go wrong. I love this kind of pairing. I've used it actually quite a few times, so I may love it a little too much, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Push come to shove, I might, keyword here, I might switch it out for another tractor like the John Deere's. If I put the duals back on that one tractor, I could probably switch it out for the other John Deere, the one we use for side dressing. But it's not like we have a lot to really do. So I did read your comments, actually. Let's address this. I read the comments about this right here, and I was so mad. All you gotta do is walk up to over here, and you can buy it. It's $100,000. So I should have known that before I realistically bought all this and I was setting up this map. So what I am going to do, just so you guys do understand, I did buy it, but honestly, since it's here on the property and you buy the property, I honestly think it should come with it. So I do think it's only fair to add the money back in because it looks like it should come with the farm. It is on the farm, so it should come in my opinion. So I'm not going to view that as cheating as much. So, I mean, beans. So we got 4 fields of beans that we have to go ahead and immediately knock out. So let's go ahead and get those ready to rock and roll. I'm actually going to use the gleaner to harvest this little set of beans right there. And I'm going to set up the New Holland right across the road. And by right across the road, I mean the one field right there. But I'm just going to park it up in here so I can unload the header first. So go ahead and unfold it again. Alrighty, got all this hooked up. So now the first thing I'm immediately gonna do, ooh, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we got the right field. We are gonna jump onto this. Oh, we don't want beans. There we go. All right, we're spreading it out like we should be spreading it out. Now let's just go ahead and knock out some of these headlands real fast. And go ahead and say Chris doing up and down rows real fast, which hopefully this field won't take too long. I know that these combines have a pretty good grain tanks on them, so I don't really need to worry about running too much of a grain cart. Alrighty, so we got AI worker currently working on it. It is coarse play. One thing I really don't like about coarse play is for the bean ground, it is going to put down a swath row, because with this map you can do swath rows of beans. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but hey, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and move over here to the gleaner, which is exactly where we need to be sitting, because we got a long day ahead of us of harvesting. I'm hoping that I can get in contact with New Holland also to pick up a corn header, because we're going to need it for that New Holland. So one weird thing about this combine is the way you have to go in at it. It is kind of like set to an offset. I haven't really seen a combine like this before in real life, so it's just kind of something I'm having to get used to. All right, I want those to be a little bit more aggressive. So there we go. Now we're starting to lay all the beans on. Keep the spinner on. There, perfect. That's all we had to do is just kick that little bit of a spinner on, and we should be pretty good to go. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get all of this bean ground kind of harvested up, which it should take a little bit of a minute. Alrighty, so we got this entire combine moved down here to the bottom field. I think this is, trying to look, 51 would be our next field for our other combine. So right now we've just been kind of trucking along, getting everything kind of done. Chris has done a pretty good job. I had Jacob jump in this for a little bit because I'm the main person that runs the grain cart, just because I don't want any of them messing it up. And speaking about that, I'm probably just going to put Jacob back in this and get back to the grain cart so I can start running back and forth. Alrighty, so right there we have the first semi-truck full of beans, which is just going to be kind of put back there in our grain bins right now, but at least we do have a semi-truck full of beans for once. And actually, that guy isn't too full, and neither is the other one. So I'm gonna leave that right there for a second. Let's run back over here, go ahead and dump this, and pull the truck into the actual field so we're not worrying too much about running back and forth. So we're gonna do this a little bit weird because we have to go back and forth from up there and into this field. We are going to kind of back this semi truck up just a little bit and park right here in the road, so we'll unload in the middle of the road. I hate to kind of do it, but sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do, and I ended up lollygagging around too much and end up letting this guy get full over here. So let's kind of run over here, unload him, and go figure out what's wrong with the other combine. So one good thing about this CR11 combine, it has a ridiculous unload rate, so it kind of gives us a little bit faster. It kind of helps us out with how fast it unloads. All right, so I went over there where the other combine is, kind of fixed him. He was kind of stuck around a tree, couldn't figure out around it, so I kind of helped him around it. Now we're just gonna grab him while he's on his way back, just to make sure we unload him a little bit. So instead of standing over here like I thought we were, the other guy sent me a text that he is ready to be unloaded, so let's kind of rush over there and unload him real fast, because he will definitely end up needing it. I gotta drive a little bit on the beans, just kind of go ahead and get him out a little bit quicker. Really don't feel like driving all the way across the field, because time is money. So this is one thing I do really like about the Courseplay mod, is how they operate it. Like, this is one of the best examples I could probably show you, is like this right here, of how the Courseplay mod actually just backs it up and does this. I'm excited to see if the new GPS in Farm Sim 25 does this or not. All right, go across this right here. So one good thing about this road right here is there's not many people going up and down this road right now. Mainly the other farmers that do farm anywhere near here, aka the guy who farms that back lot over there, has a different route to get through there. They really don't like coming up and down here, because of course they know that I and a couple other farmers, or one or two more farmers, do use this road a lot. Of course, I'm the main one right now because I do own the biggest farm on this side of the county. Alrighty, so right now I'm gonna head over here. Oh, I don't like going through those ditches like that, but it is kind of what it is. And right now we are working on our last two, keyword here, last two bean fields of the year, and then we will be officially done with beans. Then we gotta get everything set up and going on corn, because we got a lot of corn to get done in a short amount of time. But the good thing about the corn fields, we gotta start here at the home plot, then we're moving over here to 47, and then we got these two massive fields down here, and then we are done with all of the harvesting, thank you God. So right now I'm just going to pull on in this field, and we should be able to catch him pretty quickly, depending on where he's at in the field specifically. One thing I really do want to look at doing still is possibly just going ahead and putting the John Deere on here instead of the K Squad Track. I love the old K Squad Track, honestly. It's kind of hard for me not to want to keep using her. So we're just going to kind of let it unload a little bit, kind of stay a little bit back. Not really focus on staying up on top of it for right now, because we still got a long ways left in this harvest and not a whole lot of time left to really do it all. So we're just going to unload all these beans real fast. Actually, while that's doing that, I'm going to run up to the shop and let's go ahead and start the cultivating going. All right, so I got one of the guys already out here started on the cultivation. He's just gonna do some up and down passes. Gonna leave a little bit of problems here and there, but we'll go back through and clean it up later. Good Lord, that machine over there has been putting in some work, kind of getting all that kind of cultivated out. As you see, I kind of said he was just going to kind of do a little bit here and there. He's not really doing a whole lot, just dialing the disc a little bit before we get him started on one of the bigger fields. So I ended up switching with the guy who's running this combine before, just to make things a little bit more simple. I'm going to knock it out in the quicker way instead of just doing the up and down. I've also turned back on the spreader just to go ahead and spread out all the bean straw, and we don't got to really worry about baling it, because we're not baling this. It's all going to be discs or cultivated right underneath. I wish it really wouldn't produce this, but it did what it did. Alrighty, there we go. Now we just got to take this on down the road, and this combine is pretty much done with beans, because that was our last little bit of beans they had to do, and this combine is going to switch to corn. And let's go ahead and get the jokes out of the way. I know gleaners have more corn on the ground behind them than in them, but I'm going to trust the gleaner that can keep it in, I hope. So right now I kind of taking a little bit of a risk, and we're going to use the old semi truck here, the old Ford, as a a grain chaser. Probably not the best idea. I do probably want to get the wagon hooked up, but it was kind of this or nothing for a second, and I want to get this combine back up and rolling as soon as I could. Alrighty, so we ended up hooking up the Brent wagon. Yes, it may take a hot minute for it to unload, but we can at least do a little bit more chasing with this. I also went ahead real quickly, threw on the duals back on this sucker, so at least we have what we need to be able to get this chased and unloaded, because corn is definitely going to need its own little bit of a wagon type deal. So the New Holland is currently parked. I'm going to talk to New Holland here in a little bit, see if I can get a hold of a header of some sort, or call one of the other companies that make headers for combines, see what we can get out here. But right now we are chopping away with our corn header. She seems like she's doing pretty good. I don't really see a whole lot wrong with her. Honestly, the gleaner, for what I've seen in this little pile right here, is doing pretty good. Which actually, we can play this smart. We probably should. I'm gonna get my wife to drop me off down there, and let's go pick up ourselves some actual grain carts so we can quit using this and get into the actual equipment. You know, one thing I don't like about this is this train. Oh, let me go. Oh, yep. We're just gonna, yep. Don't mind me. I'm okay. Look, still not up. It's still not up yet. Hold up. How long until it goes up? Oh, it took it a long time to go up. I'm glad I just went around. Alrighty, so just like that, we can kind of take a few seconds here and look and see what everything should be worth in the bin so far. So if you kind of see here what everything's kind of worth that we have, we're just going to go off with like the main crop. So beans right here, right now it's only valued at $340,000. But go over here, its max sale price in July will be $683,000. So that does put us really close to our goal. I think at the end of the day, because that is what it will eventually become, we're going to shoot for that to be our main target of just setting that up, because realistically we would wait to sell it in real life for the proper time to get the most amount of money, not just sell it immediately because we're moving farms. And I'm just going to kind of move with the combine for a little bit here, and this is actually going to be the last little bit of the pass of this first field, and we're actually getting pretty late here into the day. We've already been going on this for about a good 4-ish hours, just working on getting all of this corn and all this fun stuff done. There we go. Now we'll fold it back up, and the good old gleaner is heading down the road to the next field, because legitimately we are going to do every single field that we can. Alrighty, so went ahead and switched out the tractors. I kind of wanted this on the grain cart. It just looks too good not to be on the grain cart. Plus, I just like running it. It's a nice tractor. It's a well-built tractor, honestly. All right, we're just letting the gleaner keep going. We're about full. I'm going to let him keep going all the way around while I go get the semi-truck really fast. Yes, semi-truck is empty. Making sure. All righty, so I've decided I'm actually going to stop for a little bit, get my wife to come pick me up. I'm gonna eat, and I'm actually gonna do me a little bit of a live stream. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna stop, do a live stream, and I'll see you guys once the live stream's done. Maybe you'll get a little bit of a time lapse, because I want to see all of you great people tonight.
I was walking out one evening late. The moon was rising high, headed for the riverside. Around us fuss and fight. Patrolman, he walked by, asked me where I'm going. Said if the sun set on me there, I'd never make it home. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on the rise. The Batman in the shadows, and they're bound to take your life. If you mind to ramble, I'll tell you how I do. Keep your money in your pocket, then the razor in your shoe. silent through the creek, the hounds to lose my scent. I went up a tree and I watched them turn, wondering where I went. I take a rest, I hold my breath, I let it simmer down. I climb too high in my wandering eye, spied the lights of town. He said, don't go downtown tonight, there's trouble on the rise. The batmen in the shadows, oh, they're bound to take your life. But if you mind to ramble still, I tell you how to do. Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and the razor in your shoe. There's trouble on the rise. Bad men in the shadows is bound to take your life. But if you mind to ramble still, I'll tell you how to do. Keep your money in your pocket, boy, and a razor in your shoe. Keep your money in your pocket, son, and a razor in your shoe.
Soul searching, fall apart, tunnel vision, hiding in the dark. Well, I ain't gonna holler before I really bleed. Salvation, a quick fix remedy. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Just leave the light on. Yeah, leave the light on. If I'll ever change, of Nashville, Tennessee, while the cold here in Sweden got the best of me. Well, haven't I got better things to think about than that? Like deadlines, rent's due, bills pile up, family day in, day out, the clock's mocking me, getting old, oh, got the kids, deserve so much more than this, gotta get rich. You said I never could change. I thought I never could change. They said I never could change. Damn right, I never would. Leave the light on. Leave the light on. Leave the light on.
town. Left you sleeping alone in your bed. I guess I did let you down. And I wake up staying and out too late, trying to start over new. What I wanted to be never came to me. I've lost my way to you. I remember the words that you said when I pledged you my time. You would never get out of my head. You would always be mine. And I wake up, stay, and out too late, trying to start over new. What I wanted to be never came to me. I've lost my way to you. By the road with an ache in my head, in the wrong.
We got all the combines, all the trucks parked back up here, and this is where we're gonna call it quits, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much for the love support y'all showed to me and everybody here. We hit the goal without a shadow of a doubt with all the corn that was in this field and that field over there. Also, all the Ruby shenanigans we did during the live streams. Thank you everybody for showing up for all that fun stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, for one last times on this series, and of course, until 25 comes out, for me, the entire family, thank you so very much. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.